Here to discuss how to make money on Amazon, but we're going to be using a few really cool, important new tools. Some of these are actually free tools. So I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of ways we can find some very high value suppliers with high quality products, and we're able to find them in the fastest way. And that's really going to help us obviously make the most profit, because when we find a high quality product with a very low price, with something that's selling on Amazon for much of a higher price, then we're able to capitalize and hopefully replace our incomes, build financial freedom, or whatever we're trying to do, or whatever you're trying to do. I'm here to help you out. And we also have the help of AMZScout, which we don't know what product to choose until we actually find it. And that is with product research. So I'm also going to be discussing how we find these very successful products in Amazon. I'm going to be doing a live tutorial of that. So let's kind of jump into it. We're going to switch some slides, and really we're going to be looking into the AI secrets to find profitable $30,000 a month products to sell on Amazon. We're going to be using real data and high margin supplier intelligence. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and just give everybody a few minutes to join on in. I know this is a live webinar, so we just need to give everyone a little bit more time to jump on in. So if you guys are tuning in right now, go ahead and let me know where you're tuning in from around the world. Right now, I'm based in Seattle, Washington. Just came home from a 6-month trip around the world for my 4th year doing this. Again, my name is Luke Weschelberger, if I haven't noted that already for you guys. Been selling on Amazon for almost a decade. So you guys are in for a real treat today. Built financial freedom for myself within the first year, quit my job, huge milestone for myself there. And then continued to build more products, and I have a lot more to share with you guys coming up. So we're waiting for more people to come in. Again, please drop where in the world you're tuning in from. I know people are joining from different time zones all over right now. So I'd love to hear where you guys are tuning in from. I've visited 30 countries now, so maybe we can make some connections with some of the audience members. And yeah, we got Jenny and Scott here tuning in, and many more. So awesome. Montenegro. Okay. That's one place I have not visited. New York. Funny enough, been to 30 countries and still haven't been to New York City. I don't know why. I need to go venture more to more states in the US here while I'm back home for the summer. But I hear New York, it's a little too hot and humid. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's probably a big, awesome city. So we're waiting still maybe 1 or 2 more minutes for people to join, and then we will dive into it. Sweden, awesome, Scott. I have been there. Have roots back from Denmark. My grandparents are Danish, so I've been there, and then we took a ferry over to Sweden, which was cool. Now, this webinar is, again, hosted by AMZScout, and this is a really top-notch product research software. There's a lot of other product research softwares out there on the market. I've really vibed with AMZScout because it's been, number one of the companies that's been around the longest, and they've had the most time to adapt and change to all the nuances and things that come up with selling on Amazon. They actually just introduced a couple new AI filters and features. They have an AI chat bot that integrates directly into their software. And, ChatGPT and Gemini from Google's good, but those softwares don't integrate exactly into the product research software, and they're not tuned exactly into Amazon. So AMZScout's chatbot tunes directly into the research that you're doing within Amazon, and it's just a lot more hyper focused. Awesome. So I think we're just about ready to start here, but yeah, I already asked you guys where you're joining from. A couple of pictures from around the world. We got South America, and Thailand. Look at that French toast. Would you believe that? And the big thing I want to share with you guys is, and I want to ask you, who's looked into Amazon and never actually launched anything? Like I mean, just say yes if you've looked into Amazon, but have never launched anything. And that same question can go, and you can answer yes to this as well if this is you, but just type yes in the chat if you've ever wanted to make an extra 5 or 10,000 a month coming in before working more hours. Because basically we're using Amazon to build an income where Amazon is doing the heavy lifting for us, shipping the products out to the customers, handling the customer service, doing everything. And it allows us to make US dollars, okay, which go pretty far everywhere else in the world, and spend them in other countries where your dollar just multiplies by 5 or 6 times, depending on what country you're in. Europe, can't say that so much about there. Europe's still very expensive. But like I'm saying, this French toast down there was in Thailand. That was a $6 French toast. I mean, tell me anywhere in the US you could try and get something like that for $6. I mean, you can't even get a pack of gum nearly for $6 here with inflation hitting us. So, yeah, I just want to kind of see where you guys are at. Are you guys beginners? Who's watched YouTube videos but still doesn't know what product to sell? Okay, we got someone from Spain. Now I'm planning to create an Amazon account and try your first product to launch. Awesome. I spent more than a year in Spain before. So Barcelona, Valencia, Madrid. Maybe if I'm there, I can link up with you. Who knows? So with all of this, I want to also ask, who is feeling overwhelmed by all the conflicting information online? If you were like me when you started, I watched so many YouTube videos. I had a broken leg in bed. Okay, so I had a broken leg and I was watching hundreds of videos every day trying to discover every bit of Amazon FBA that I possibly could. And it was overwhelming. So I didn't really have a mentor. I didn't have someone to teach me. And this is something that you're going to have an opportunity to kind of have someone to help you along the way and choosing a good product, which is the biggest part. So yeah, just think about these questions while we're going along. Who's watched these YouTube videos but still doesn't know what product to sell? Who's feeling overwhelmed with all the information online? Pay-per-click is killing me. I have some great tips on PPC. My return on ad spend, my ROAS, basically lifetime on my account, I think is around 12x. So every dollar I put in, I get $12 back. And this all comes down into really intense strategy that I'm going to break down for you soon. But number one is, yeah, I like to have bundles. I think we're even going to be talking about that here soon. But before we dive in, now that we have everyone here who's going to be here, we're going to be looking at the AI secrets to finding $30,000 a month products to sell on Amazon using real data and high margin supplier intelligence with a free tool, which I'm going to show you. It's a game changer. Okay, so the 4 secrets I want to undiscover for you guys today is, number one, how to find high ticket products that make this $30,000 a month. And just saying, like, even 5 or 10,000, would that change your life if you had 5 or 10,000, not revenue, but pure profit coming in without extra working hours? This is not trading your time for money. This is building an asset that's going to sell for you for months or years. I have products selling on Amazon that have been selling for over 7 years. It's pretty ridiculous. So the second secret is we're going to find specific strategies to stand out in competitive markets with bundling, branding, and more. Now, this is another tip for your pay-per-click ads, because if you have a product that looks generic like everybody else's, you can't really expect to win. So I always create a bundle with my products so my main image stands out, and it's something that is already easily to capture and capture the audience's attention, the customer's attention, to want to click in and buy the product. So let's look at number 3, and this is that little special free tool. We're going to be using Alibaba Lens to find suppliers instantly and get the best prices. So Alibaba Lens will show you what that's all about here soon. And then the final secret is basically just covering some of the biggest mistakes that beginners make when they first launch, and also verifying your $30,000 a month product to make sure the costs are good, the Amazon fees are good, you have a bundle. There's a lot that we have to do in terms of looking at the right criteria to make sure the product's going to succeed for us. So before I kind of jump in and actually get to it, I just want to ask a couple more questions. I'd really appreciate if you answer in the chat and we have as much participation as we can. But, how many of you have thought you found a good product? We have our friend from Spain here who's looking to select his first product. Have you guys looked at products before and then thought they were good, but then came to realize that, oh, look, the whole market has thousands of reviews. How are we going to stand out there? Who's worried about picking the wrong product? Who thinks finding the right product is the hardest part of Amazon? Every time I ask people, I say, what's the hardest part of Amazon? And they're like, oh, finding a product. For me, I'm going to show you product research live while using AMZScout, and it's not too difficult. You just have to know what to look for. So think to yourself, is finding a product your hardest part? What is your guys' hardest part? Please drop in the chat. What is the hardest part of selling on Amazon or wrapping your whole mind around this business? Drop that in the chat. And then who am I? Luke W. Been traveling the world. I told you guys earlier on, been doing Amazon almost a decade. It's been 9 years now. And I've opened the door to a lot of opportunities. I've made 800 YouTube videos. I came home from my trip 2 days back in the US after going to South America, Thailand, Bali. I was in South Africa, Egypt for the first time. If you guys ever go to Egypt, just go there for about 2 days. Try and stay at this Marriott right next to the pyramids. But outside of that hotel, like the whole streets and city is pretty dusty, and I wouldn't want to stay there too long. See the big $1 billion museum and the pyramids, and then get out of there. That's what my advice to you guys is about that. So world travel was a big thing for me. I wanted to build Amazon so I could travel the world and be free, and that was my goal. And it was very, it was, once you're focused on it and you're not focused on, a lot of people make excuses about, I don't have the resources, I don't have enough money. I started this business with $1,000. Even my first product order was $500. People will make excuses to talk themselves out of changing their lives. So think to yourself, like, why did you register for this webinar? Why now? You really have to discover your why. And for me, I had such a powerful why coming out of university. It was either get a real career, get a job, sign my life up for the next 40 years, or take a big risk and bet on myself. And a big risk wasn't too much. $1,000 to attempt to start a business, which changed my life. It was definitely worth it. And the freedom came and the travel came all around Thailand, Dubai, Bali. Like, your money can go so far in Bali. It's actually ridiculous. The places you can stay can really change your life here. So look at this screenshot here. It said, took me a week to find and order this product, launched October 22nd, pulling 10,000 a month passively already, hyped, learn, act, learn, get rewarded. So it's about being resourceful, having curiosity, not about the resources, money, time, all these other things. You have to be resourceful. If you have the curiosity, the drive, resilience, the ability, like, think about this really truly with yourself. This business will work for you if you can be resourceful. If you know that you can find the answers, and you can use AI, ChatGPT, there's so many ways to find answers now, but you have the curiosity and you can chip away at it every day, you will win. You will win. So I told you guys I broke a leg skateboarding, been skating a long time, laid in bed for 2 months, binge watched YouTube, every video there was. I started documenting my journey. and it opened a lot of doors for me. I started speaking on stage. Back in even 2019, I was getting $13,000 a month, 2-week paychecks, which is quite a bit of money, over $20,000, $30,000 a month coming in years ago, and been doing this a long time. Like I said, I ended up becoming, someone who got reached out to. I was on a TV show. Even now I'm asked to be in Mr. USA, whatever this is. So putting myself out there has opened the doors a lot for me. You can choose whether you want to make money and put yourself out there to be a beacon of hope and inspiration for others, kind of like my reasoning behind why I'm doing this. It is a very fulfilling feeling. I had someone come up in the gym to me yesterday and say, Luke, I've been watching your videos for years. Really inspired me and stuff like that. So, or you can choose to make money and just go live on a beach or do whatever you want. And you don't have to do this whole put yourself out there like I am. It's really up to you. But drop in the chat, guys, because this is important for us to all think about. What made you register for the webinar? Why now? What recently made you decide that it's time to seriously look into Amazon? Did you guys recently get laid off? I had a lot of people. I had several friends that worked at Facebook, at Meta, which they thought they had a career lined up for the rest of their lives. Tons of those guys just got laid off, and they were overqualified to work at all these other jobs. And it's very hard to find jobs. The AI kind of laying people off. Now, setting Amazon up is something where you're your own boss. You don't have to worry about, getting laid off, because the responsibility is up to us to make however much we want to make from this. If you guys just need extra income, totally understandable. This is totally possible for you to do. Now, I had a little YouTube video here. I don't know if it's actually going to play, but this was one of the friends of mine. He was a bartender who worked with me while I was in the restaurant in a part-time job. He saw me making money on Amazon. He got his own product in and made way more money than me, way faster than me, but he took my Amazon course that I made so many years ago. And I obviously have updated, changed a lot of things. But even back then, without AI, his second day selling, he made $14,590, 266 sales. I don't think I've ever had 200 plus sales in a day. I sell higher priced items, which allow me to make more profit per sale, which I'll touch on in a moment. But this guy was absolutely crushing it. He ended up going into real estate, and now he's like buying and flipping homes and has Amazon running in the background for him. So very, very inspirational guy there. I've taught and helped like over 1,500 people in the years of me doing this. So there's a lot of testimonial type things and people that I've helped, which is, again, that fulfillment part. One of the biggest feelings of success was teaching my own dad, who doubted me the whole time, saying, get a real job. He started seeing me, little skinny old Luke here, fresh out of university. We got muscles now. But that was me when I was helping my dad. And he started doing really well. He got addicted to seeing what Amazon could offer, and he started crushing it too. So I have YouTube videos with him, like over 100 success story YouTube videos on my YouTube channel. So just kind of breaking down who I am, the background, why you're here. So really think about that. And currently, with what you're doing now, how long will it take for you to break free, to actually have freedom? Spoke with the guy Lance, who came up and said I was the inspiration to him in the gym yesterday. And he's like, he's making over 6 figures per year in profit with his business. It's not a business. He's working for a corporation basically, but his salary, he's making over 6 figures per year. And his wife still has to work full time as well. Even though he's making over $100,000 a year, his wife still has to work full time, just so that they can put food on the table for their kids, pay for rent, buy gas, which is like over $6 a gallon where I live right now. It's insane. And just think, like, with the way things are going, things are only getting more expensive. Luckily with Amazon, you can just change the price and boom, you're selling at a higher price and people are accustomed to paying these higher prices now, and you can just change and adapt and overcome all these complexities when you run your own business versus when you're strapped to one salary and your salary stays the same while everything else externally outside in the world gets more expensive. You can't adapt when that happens. So I'm here to tell you exactly how you can fix and mitigate all those problems. So that's exactly why you need this webinar. Wouldn't you agree? So let's get into the first secret after telling you quickly how Amazon works. So we start with you in the bottom left corner. You're going to order a product from a supplier for a very low cost and then have that product shipped past to your shipper. Oftentimes I have my supplier. I don't hire a freight forwarder or get any other middlemen in there taking profits from everything. The supplier finds the shipper for me. I order the product from them and we ship directly into an Amazon warehouse, which allows you to be anywhere in the world you want. You can just handle this all from your phone as long as you have Wi-Fi. And as your product hits the Amazon warehouse, then we go about launching the product, doing Amazon PPC we had someone saying pay-per-click is killing them. I start with a very low cost ads. I use something like Panda Boom. That's a software, or not a software, but a service where right now I'm launching 3 products of my own and I'm giving away 15 units. So I'll get 15 reviews from that. You got to make sure you have great reviews first. Then we're doing a low cost PPC ad campaign and I'm dropping the price of my product below the competition while still having a bundled item in my product with my product. So it becomes a no-brainer offer for the customers. And then customers start buying it and you get paid. So we'll touch on the launch, advertising, finding products and everything right now. So number one, how do we actually find these products that make 30K a month? Well, a lot of people start having issues when it comes to this and they realize they find a product that is too competitive. And sometimes it's too high of a startup cost. So let's jump in and low profit margin. So we have right here, Grace Boss says over 2 years on Amazon. It's not as easy as these videos make it seem. It's 100% true. Lots of fees, lots of work, and now I'm fighting to get reimbursed for inventory Amazon lost. You can do a reconcile report, and they should be able to, if they actually lost it, you will get reimbursed for that, so don't worry. But that's the thing. A lot of the videos maybe show you a highlight reel, but the real nitty-gritty of all this is that you have to make sure you have a very high profit margin. And that's why I find, and I'll show you with AMZScout when I put in the filters, I find products that sell for between $80 and $250. So maybe your product from your supplier costs you $30 or $40, but if you can sell that $40 item, I have a $44 item with shipping, with the product, with the bundle that sells for $200. So Amazon fees come into play there. The Amazon fees are another like $40, and Amazon fees are 15% of the selling price. So if I lower from $200 down to $100, the fee would only be $15. At $200, the Amazon referral fee is $30. And then just depending on the size and weight, there's going to be a fulfillment fee which is shipping to the customer. I'll break down fees later. But again, if you have a $20 product you're trying to sell for, and all your competitors are selling at $40 or $50, you got no real room for healthy profit margin after your fees and stuff like that. So it's really coming down. If you can just find a product with really good profit margin, and I'm going to show you guys some here, you guys will have a lot easier way. Because imagine when you launch, if everyone's selling at $200 and your product cost you $50, you can drop down to $100, be half the cost of all your competitors when you launch, and just get a couple reviews on it, and then turn your advertising on with low bids. I mean, some of the bids on my ads are 7 cents a click, and it's still, even though the suggested bid on Amazon will say when you set up a campaign, oh, you should bid at 85 cents or 89 cents here. I came in down at like 7 or 6 cents to start. I start with the lowest bid I think possible and just let it run for a week or two and see if it actually gets traction. If it does, I literally just keep it there. If it doesn't, I raise it to 15 cents, 22 cents, whatever. But the cost should be low for your ads. And it doesn't matter because if anyone sees your ad when you have a very low cost on your product when you're launching, they should start buying it because it's a straight up no brainer. It's the same product as everyone else. And you have a bundle, which stands out, and your cost is much lower. So it's all about getting ranking in the beginning, and you can only rank if you make sales. So that's why we target special keywords when we launch a product. We get sales under those keywords, which pushes us up in the pages. And that's where we start getting more views, organic sales start coming in. And Panda Boom, which I mentioned, also is the service where they actually search up your product's keywords when you're first launching, and then they buy it under those keywords, which ranks you to the first page basically immediately for your main keyword. And they give you reviews on top of it. So these are all part of the launch. And getting carried away, we're talking about finding the product first. But again, a lot of people try and launch and they don't have any unique selling proposition, USP. Why buy yours? So if you guys want, you can take a picture of this slide if you want. But a lot of people think they want to just wholesale products instead of private label. Wholesaling means you can lose the buy box, the place where people press buy now. That buy box, when you wholesale Nike shoes or Under Armour t-shirts or Gillette shavers, you don't own that listing. You're not owning any asset, and tons of other sellers can sell on that same listing, which number one pushes price down, and it's very low profit margins. And you always have to be like whoever has the lowest price and the highest account, your seller account score basically, and your prime, which means your units are in Amazon, then you'll win the buy box. So it's already a different competition there. What I do is actually private label. I find a product that's doing well, it's already selling well on Amazon, but also has low competition. And then I create the bundle and way more awesome, badass photos, which I can show you guys maybe how to, some of the photos I made for my new product, I'll even share that with you guys here. So Chinese manufacturers started making generic versions, selling it lower. So in the beginning, you got to definitely be looking into, I message about 10 to 15 suppliers, seeing what's the lowest cost I can get for the highest quality product. If there's, if your suppliers are selling it at a very low price, maybe it's again, not having the high enough profit margin. So even if sellers come in, you still have a chance to make your product more premium. The Chinese sellers, if they're selling at a cheap cost, customers recognize that. You want to be able to come in, and I like to be the one selling at the highest price possible and just designing my listing and my images to look like the most premium product out there, so that it's bringing a much more perceived value for the customer, which they can see, versus the little cheap Chinese listing that has bad grammar and all kinds of weird misspellings in it. That's often what I find with some of the Chinese sellers. So the buy box here with private label, you can see you always own the buy box, $51.99. It says only one left. So it says buy now. That's what the buy box looks like when you own and build your own listing, which is what I teach, which is what I say that this is the method to go with, versus wholesale. You see, if you zoom in, and can't really tell there, but it says 26 other options kind of below the shoe there. So there's 26 sellers selling the same exact shoe from different shoe shops, from whatever. And whoever's going to have the add to cart or buy now button is the person with the lowest cost and also the highest account health rating, or the most ratings. So I stick with private label. We'll touch on that. Now I want to ask you guys, what do you think is the best low risk niche that makes a ton of money all year round? Take a guess in the chat. What's the best low risk product that you could start that makes a ton of money all year round? Some people say baby products, and I'm like, hey, well, baby product is kind of a little bit of a risk. Sometimes Amazon will have categories that become a little strict in areas, and there's choking hazards for baby products, stuff like that. So I wouldn't call that the most low risk thing. Beauty products, things you put on your skin, that's topical. Those can be risky. People can have, I don't know, allergic reaction to it. So I have a really good product I'll show you, which is an easy beginner one for you, which is one of the products I've been selling for 7 years. And I'm happy to share that with you guys in a little bit. And yes, Blake, I will break down images and stuff like that. When I share my screen, I have a lot of stuff that I'm going to jump into. So pet, household, just besides any category, I mean, broad categories are okay, but try and guess an actual product. I have a special product that I want to just show you guys. So as you guys are kind of taking a guess on that, let's jump in, and I'm actually going to do some live product research with you now. Here we go. So let's get prepared here. I'm going to share my entire screen. Okay, so we have AMZScout. This is where I'm actually going to start my product research itself. But I want to just kind of jump into Amazon and show you one of the easiest product niche, just to kind of get that out of the way for you guys. So it's actually this right here: party supplies and decorations. Party supplies for, and here's a quick way to do some product research. Like you can say party supplies for F, and now you see for food, for fruit, for kids, first birthday. Change it to party supplies for P. This is called the Amazon auto suggest. So you could type something in and then one letter, and it will give you a bunch of different niches to go into. And the reason party supplies are such an easy, low risk niche to get into is because there's hundreds or thousands of different themes of parties. There's PhD graduation, picnic, piñata, prom, pool party. I mean, we could say like llama party supplies. And it's made out of paper. People use it one time and then they throw it away. So basically you get no refunds with it. It's made of paper. But the best part is that you can create a bundle. So what I do is I look at what items are making the most sales. And this is just one niche, for instance. But look, you got a tablecloth sold on its own here. You got a birthday banner and balloons sold on its own for $14. Plus the tablecloth, that's $7. Plus plates, cups, napkins for $17. So we got 17 plus 7, that's 24. Plus 14, 28. That's $38 to buy all these together. Now, I'll give you a little quick look at Alibaba Lens. And this is a free tool. You can literally just type in Alibaba Lens on Google, download it as a Chrome extension, and it will start hovering around here on the side of your computer. And you can press on this and find the exact product. So it's not showing me the exact one. Sometimes with party kits, it's a little harder, but with other more normal products, without so many variations, you can instantly find the supplier over here. And I'll show you examples of that in a little bit. But you can see, the point is you can see how much these are. This is $16.99 for these plates. And we have, I mean, some of the plates can be, $1.29 or something. So you get a supplier to bundle all of these items together, and then you create a massive bundle. And that's what I've done with race car theme, dinosaur theme. I have themed kits that have an all-in-one shop. Like this guy kind of has it here, but they don't have the photo backdrop. It doesn't look like they have a tablecloth. I do photo booth props. I do photo backdrop, photo booth props. So these are very easy things to include, and they're like kind of expensive on their own, but when you go to the supplier, you can see these are like $12.99. And I mean, you can get photo booth props for like $1. So, I mean, my party kit itself, I'll tell you, it cost me with shipping $9.72 for my whole bundle and the shipping into Amazon, and I sell for $59.99. It makes $34 profit per sale, and it's because I made a one-stop shop instead of. And then here's the photo backdrop. I bundle photo backdrop, photo booth props, plates, cups, napkins, tablecloth, balloons, banners, everything to make a one-stop shop. So happy you guys think that that's great thinking. That was just what I was going to say is the lowest risk, easiest product to get started with a low cost. Now, there's still a lot of criteria and things. If you just try and go out and do this on your own, maybe you're going to realize that, like, let's say party supplies, llama party decorations. That's probably the main keyword. So there's a lot of keywords people can type in to find the product. You want to have the keyword that is the highest searched volume keyword. So what I'm doing now is opening our extension from AMZScout. Now, this is a 100% necessary tool so that you can actually see at a glance all of the different competitors. Here's all the different people. And then there's a lot of different data in here. I'm not really looking at that too much. I'm mainly looking at like, what is the, okay, it says parent ASIN, revenue, and reviews. So this is basically the revenue that this listing is making. So I sort it by the highest revenue going down, and then we can actually see, okay, this is not actually a party decoration. So I should be able to basically press X next to this because I want to clean up my search results. Class of 2026, that's not it. That's kind of a llama party theme thing. These plates. Okay, now we're getting into the actual llama items that are actually making the most sales right here. That's just a giant 5-foot llama thing. So I'll press X on that and get rid of it. So I want to clean up all the results, and then we can actually look at the numbers. So now we can see that these plates, napkins, and forks are making $27,000 a month in revenue. So profit on that is Amazon fees. This number, 27,000, minus your Amazon fees, minus the shipping and the cost of your product. But you're looking at very high reviews. I want to look at the total revenue. I want to see most people on the first page making over $10,000 a month. Now, this is what I'm saying. You might get stuck in a wrong niche and you think you found a good product, but if you're not running AMZScout, you might realize that the bulk of the first page isn't making that much money. $300 a month, $900 a month, $1,000, $3,000, $4,000. So there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 6 or 7 people making over $10,000 a month. I want to find most of the people on the first page making over 10K a month. So you can even see average monthly revenue is only $3,600. Maybe you're making 50% profit on that. I mean, you could still say average you're making over $1,500 in profit per month. But if you're putting the same amount of work in to build out a listing, talk to the suppliers, do all this work, you might as well find a product that has a much higher average selling price so that you're making more money to begin with. You're doing the same amount of work either way. So that might change from, let's say mermaid party supplies. Got a whole nother option here, and we got different style of kits. I still see a lot of people missing the photo booth props and photo backdrop. This guy's got a backdrop, but you actually have to see what's really in here, and I can see these little temporary tattoos are making 1,000 sales in the last month. But let's just look at this one, and I'll dive into some actual product research for you. I'm just kind of showing you this out of the gate. So That's kind of like not an actual mermaid. These are kind of mermaid party kit things here. Yeah. So look at this niche. A lot of people this guy's making $263,000 a month, 131,000, 84, 83, 63, 62, 53. You can see here how this niche is making way more revenue. Like there's at least 20 or maybe like 30 plus people doing over $10,000 a month in revenue here. So you can see this market's already way more hot than the llama one. Average monthly revenue, 31,000. So it comes down to finding the right niche within a product category itself. Let me come back and just see. People are saying, no way, $59.99. Yeah, and I sold my party kit originally I came in at $19.99 when I started because I was still breaking even. I was still profitable. Made it a massive kit. Imagine a huge kit. It had way more than all this, and it's $19.99. Total no-brainer. Had tons of people buying it. It ranked me to the first page. Then I went to $29.99, then $39.99, then $44.99. I kept it at $45 for years, like 2 or 3 years. And then I was running low on stock. And I said, oh, let's just increase the price so hopefully I can sell slower and have time to restock my inventory. I went to $49.99. It kept selling the same. And then I went to $59.99 and it literally kept selling like 10 to 20 units a day, which was $300 to $600 profit per day with one simple party kit. So pretty wild. Now I'm actually going to show you how we can use AMZScout to find actual products. Okay. So I was already playing around with this yesterday. Now AMZScout has a really awesome kind of offer at the end of this that I'm going to break down for you, basically hooking this thing up for you guys so that you can use it and have access to it for like 15 months for the price of like 2 months or 3 months. It's a crazy no-brainer, and it's a tool that you actually need. But this is the main part of how we actually find the products. Okay, so AMZScout product database. We're going to start by clicking on all of the categories that we're going to want to potentially find good products in. So I unchecked things like video games. That's all copywritten. Software things. We've got rid of digital music, books, copywritten material again, Kindle store, more books, grocery and gourmet food. Not really trying to have you guys start your first product with something ingestible that people are going to eat, that has a shelf life, that can be susceptible to hot and cold temperatures during shipping and melting. Clothing, shoes, jewelry, low profit margin, highly competitive markets. So I'll uncheck collectibles and fine art. We're not doing that either. And everything else looks good for our categories. I'll say apply. Now I've already put in here, we have reviews. We don't want to really find products that have thousands of reviews. If everyone on the first page has thousands of reviews, you can imagine it's going to be difficult to break through when you're coming in with like 2 reviews from your friends and family, or even 10 or 15 reviews, unless your product is unstoppably the best no-brainer offer that could be out there. So I just said max reviews 300. Estimated revenue, we want the product making a minimum of $10,000 a month. I know at the beginning I said, okay, we're going to find you a $30,000 a month product. A lot of the products, even if we just say 10,000 minimum, we'll find products that are making a lot more than that. But we say 10K at a minimum. And then we can say weight. We don't really want an item over 3 pounds, 4 or 5 pounds. Otherwise, the FBA fees are going to be a bit higher. But we factor in all the fees before we even buy the product, so that we make sure we're going to be profitable no matter how much it weighs, no matter how much the shipping or the unit cost. But I just recommend having a lower weight. So we said max weight 3 pounds. This is the most important one, pretty much, that will set you up for success in the easiest, fastest way. So price point, I'm actually going to say $79.99. Looks like I can't put a 0, so I'll just say or a dot there. I'll say 79 to 200. I didn't say 80 in price point because a lot of products might be really good and they're priced at $79.99. So we'll leave the 79 there instead. And this puts us geared up right in line with finding a higher ticket item, something that's not too high ticket where it's a $500, $1,000 product or something where people have to think too hard to buy it, but in a range where it's still an expensive product where it leaves you a lot more room to make high profit margin. So $79 to $250, that's great. I'm not worried about all of these, product tiers, standard size, oversize. We'll just leave it as it is, and we'll say find products. Wait for this to load. Coming in to check the comments for you guys. Thanks, AMZScout, for answering a few of these questions. Appreciate that. And let's jump back. Okay, so now we have found a number of different products that meet our criteria. There's a lot of data here again. What I'm really looking at, I'm not even really looking over here that much at all this data. We can see the number of reviews, profit potential, the Amazon fees. AMZScout gives us the weight. It gives us every bit of the data on all the products, but I'm not even looking at all this. Don't even get confused on that right now. Right now, I want to look at the actual products themselves. So this is still like a beauty product, a perfume. It's sold by Armani. So this is where it just takes a little bit of practice, and we're looking for generic products that we could put our own brand name on, and things that we're not competing against major brand names like Armani or perfume that goes on your skin or something like that. Let's not do that. But this portable heat press machine, never seen this product in my life. It's in the arts and crafts niche. Portable heat press. That is a potential good product right there. So without even looking at all these numbers, again, I'm just going to open this in a new tab. So we have this. Now I'm going to take the main keyword so we can look at the entire market. Because, okay, just this product is doing good. Okay, AMZScout found it for us. It said it's good, but we need to look at the whole market. So I'll take the main keyword of it. I'm not going to put in, heat transfer project. That's not the main keyword. Heat transfer, that's not exactly the main keyword. Portable heat press machine is the most base real keyword of this product. That's a very important thing to understand when you're getting into Amazon. You want to know your main product keyword. So portable heat press machine is the main keyword. We search it. Now look, we found the whole market. Now we can see all of our competitors right in front of us. And look, this is looking like a great private label product. We got private label brand right there, a different random private label right here. Everyone's at a nice, beautiful looking price point. Reviews aren't that high, 100 reviews, 166 reviews. But basically, once you find the market, 38 reviews, see they're doing a limited time deal. Okay, yeah, this is where we're going to actually get into some exciting stuff and actually look at the real potential of this product, because I'm actually interested in it too. Holy cow. Okay. Oh my gosh, what did we find here? Heat press machine making 2.5 million a month, 822,780. People are making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Look at the revenue here, guys. A lot of the people are making high revenue. And this is where we're looking at, can you get a piece of this pie? Can we be profitable? Can we get a piece of this pie? So we went, all of these people are making, look at all of these people making over 10K a month. And then you can still see there's a handful of people not making over 10K, okay? Looking at the reviews, 26 reviews, 18,000 a month. A couple people with the hundreds of reviews, whatever, that's fine. Okay, basically what we're seeing is average revenue, 77,000. Average price 88. Beautiful. Average reviews a little high. Average monthly sales 900, nearly 1,000 sales a month. You can start with 100 or 200 units, whatever, that's fine. But this is where we actually have to check the profit potential here. So let's run our free tool right here and just start grabbing some of these. Okay, so this is a little interesting. So it says minimum order 1 piece, and they want like $46. But we would want to be ordering like, 50 or 100 units at least. You don't want to have less than 50 units. Otherwise, you're literally just going to sell out in like a few days, and then you're waiting for your next shipment to come in. It takes a long time to come in unless you airship. Now, this unit seems to be expensive. It would come down to having being able to talk to the supplier, talk to 10 or 15, see if you're ordering more, can you get it for a much lower cost? I am a bit surprised on seeing this. These costs are way too high. I don't believe this product costs this much. It should be like $25. Okay, it should be like $20. So I would just look at a few other ones, and then, this would be, usually it's not this difficult where you're finding suppliers that are just actually selling for nearly the same price that it's selling for on Amazon. I would write this down on my list just because, no one's bundling. Maybe you have extra items that you want to throw in with this. Like, let's click on this guy right here. You can come down and see customers also viewed, so other heat press machines. And then you might even find one of 8-in-1 heat press machine. Like, you might even find other niche type weird products within this category. So watch me say 8-in-1 heat press machine. Now we found a whole different type of heat press machine that's $200. Okay, like, is this any cheaper? These are extremely expensive. Okay, so we'll just get out of this niche in general. But that was a little tidbit on extra research. Like, sometimes you start looking at the market and then you start finding like other gadgets and items related to this, and then you can look at those markets too. So that one, it just seems like, wow, it's actually really expensive from the supplier. Not usually finding things like that, but if it was cheaper, that would have been an ideal product, basically. So now we're looking at other items in here, and we're just kind of looking for something. Multi-effect expression pad. Okay. What are we talking? Oh, this is a guitar amp type thing. So that's going to be kind of dominated by other real name brand type things. Pancreas support. We're not doing any enzyme type stuff. Thunderbolt, like a charger. Just too much of a generic random product. So you can start sifting through here. We're not trying to sell AirPods or earbuds or stuff like that. But what do we have here? Okay, universal. I don't even know what this thing is, but it's $186. They have 12 reviews and they're making over 100 sales. So they're making nearly 20 grand a month in revenue with 12 reviews. Let's find the whole market for it. Okay, some of the people have lower prices. Is this the actual thing? It's some kind of like pump. But basically, once we find a good product, we would then run numbers, make sure everyone's making relatively high revenue, and then we would check profit margins and stuff like that. So, I mean, here we see a lot of people making over 50K, 40K, 100K. Numbers look pretty good. Then we have to quickly see, like, how much is this actually going to cost? 17 to $20. So that makes a little more sense. Some of these suppliers are just selling at crazy prices for literally the same thing. So this is another cool thing. Instead of trying to find the exact model, like, you see how amazing this is to be able to find the exact model product within Alibaba with your supplier in like 2 seconds. versus having to like try and look it up with the main keyword. And and right at a glance, you can literally screenshot to the other suppliers that, are selling at $77. Maybe you talk to them and they want to help you, but you're like, look, you screenshot this, we can get it for 17 from this person. And then you can get other suppliers to start lowering their price and stuff like that, because you're literally showing them this supplier has it for way cheaper, et cetera, et cetera. So that's kind of a weird random product. One I'll just give you guys because I don't want to spend all day on this. I mean, look at this weird thing. Panoramic security camera. Okay. It's kind of a product that, 200 sales at $150 with only 100 reviews. You could just go on and on for days with this, but you got your panoramic security camera setups here. This one was $150. Let's see how much we can get it for. It doesn't look like they have that exact model. This is something similar to it for $40 if you only order 2 sets. So if you order 100, hopefully you can negotiate down to $25, something like that. Otherwise, you just keep going and looking for, this one's solar panel, solar powered. You can find the same thing for $70 here, making 2,000 sales a month for like 33. Yeah, so basically that's how we do product research. The last thing I want to show you is, I was going to show you guys one other thing. I'll show you guys some of my actual products here, which final images. So these are images I made inside of ChatGPT for one of my new light therapy masks. Like, this is the level of how crazy AI can make a product photo. Like, it's looking pretty solid. Still making some fine tuning on this, but this is one of my products. I literally shot all these images out extremely quickly by literally dragging. This is my other mask. I dragged in a basic picture like this into ChatGPT and gave it a simple prompt like, make this, put this on a beautiful woman's face, whatever, like for a premium beauty brand type product. And it literally did it. And it's amazing how easy it can work with the photos and stuff. So yeah, I could show you my whole workload in ChatGPT. I don't have all day to do all that right now, but I hope you guys got an idea of how product research works. There was one other thing I was going to show you with this. We have the AI chat bot from AMZScout. And instead of using ChatGPT, you can literally just, type in, actually I was doing this with a different product yesterday, but I could say, how can I stand out with this type of product? So I would come in, grab their ASIN, which is up here. This is the product identifier. Come into the chat bot, just say, how can I improve this product? Throw in the ASIN. And what's cool about this versus ChatGPT is that it's pulling all the actual Amazon data. ChatGPT is not able to like dig into Amazon as in depth as the chatbot within AMZScout. So you're getting a much higher performing tool for specific Amazon work. It can say, hey, look, you can strengthen your A+ content. You can ask what this competitor's doing and how you can make yours better than theirs. It's telling you right off the bat what are some of the issues with it. Installation difficulty because of the reviews are at 4.3 stars. So having a better instruction manual, you know what to do to improve your product and what questions to ask your supplier. Night vision expectations, motion detection accuracy, weather durability. These are all easy, great things that I wouldn't have thought of right off the bat. It would have taken me more time to think than just having it placed right in front of me here of what I'd need to ask my suppliers about for questions and stuff, what megapixel camera it is and the coverage 24/7. Like this chat bot is actually freaking amazing. So that's one more note I wanted to share with you guys in that product research section. Now, I want to see, was there any questions from you guys before I continue on? So you source everything from your bundle from one supplier or from multiple suppliers. I literally answer that here. I'll stop sharing. And I think I answer that in like one of the next slides. Yeah, I talk about it here with bundling and stuff like that. So how do you actually make your bundle? And just to answer your question, I usually, with the party kits, with all these other products, I get it from one supplier. The party kit supplier, makes thousands of different party kits. So they have all the means to make it. They have their own printing press machine in there, basically. If one product is a bundle that your main supplier doesn't have, you just contact the other manufacturer of the product, and they will literally get it shipped to your main supplier, and your main supplier bundles it for you. Risky battery hazard. I just had my assistant for that mask I was doing. The mask on my Amazon store literally said hazmat battery review. You just have to know what to ask your supplier to get the safety data sheet for the battery information. You submit that into Amazon, and then Amazon classifies it, and it's totally fine if it has a battery in it. Amazon has to know what battery it is, and your supplier has all that information. So yes, let's see. Very interesting idea. No way that those are under 3 pounds. Yeah, I jumped into a couple other items that, we went on some tangents when we found that heat press machine, and then I found that other giant contraption that fell out of that category. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter so much. You'll see what the Amazon fees are. You'll see what the cost of the product is, even if it's heavier. But if your fees and cost of everything is low, and you can still sell it at a very high margin I'm aiming to make $30+ profit per sale. As long as you're still there, making $30 profit per sale at least, then you're pretty much in the clear. Aren't the selling prices a little bit too high? I mean, whatever the competitors and market is selling these items at, that's literally the going rate. And you can see with the Chrome extension how many sales are actually happening of real data. So we got everyone saying, awesome, Pixie is amazing for image generation. Haven't tried that one. Good. Built-in chat bot. Yeah, I just explained that. If you have more questions on the chat bot, let me know. Haven't seen a bot like this anywhere else. Yeah, Jenny, it's very cool. Very helpful for your product research. Do you request specific designs for them to print on the party supplies? Not really. You ask your supplier, do they have the ownership or the copyright for the design? Because you don't want to obviously you don't want to sell Mario party supplies. Otherwise you'll instantly get shut down, or Disney theme and stuff like that. So your suppliers often create their own designs, and they know what it is. Now, you're on the right track, Scott, with holiday sets. Party sets are probably more risky and seasonal. Yes. Like, they often have lower competition, lower reviews, but you have to really time your inventory and be in at the right time. Otherwise you're going to, only have a month or two to sell it. So I look for evergreen products that'll just sell all year round. Dinosaur party, pirate theme party, mermaid party. Stick with that. There's no reason to have to do a Christmas themed party kit unless you only plan to sell for a short window of time. Luke, you've really reignited my interest in selling on Amazon. Thank you for these sessions. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let me blast through the rest of this. And just, while I'm going along, I want to keep these questions in your mind. If Amazon gave you an extra, even just $5,000 a month, what would change in your life? $5,000 profit per month keep in mind, you're not, after the product's up and running, after it's launched, you're making $5K a month. You're putting in 3 hours, 4 hours a month. With my party kit that is making $300 to $600 a day at $59.99, I was mentioning, I literally don't work on that at all anymore. And it has become the life where, you look at some of the guys or the influencers on Instagram or YouTube, and they're like, yeah, I work 2 hours a month. And I work a lot more than that. I help coach people. I have new products I'm launching and that I'm excited and passionate about. I spent like 6 hours on my just refining my light therapy mask product images like over and over when I could have finished long before that, but I'm just so obsessed and passionate about it. But really, with some of the products that are the breadwinners for me now, I literally don't even work on them anymore. So how would 5K a month, just put yourself in those shoes of you're already that person now, you're making $5,000, 10 grand or whatever a month in profit. And you literally spend 1 hour a month just checking into your account, looking at your ad campaigns. Some of the ad campaigns I set up in 2018 for that party kit, and I don't even change anything. I don't do anything. I literally just see how much profit I made in that day and put it in my little spreadsheet, and then it calculates how much profit I made in the month. So just put yourself in those shoes. You're already that person now. What decisions did you have to make to get there? Who did you have to become to start making this money? Obviously, you have to take a bet and a risk on yourself. I had to do that. You have to take a leap to actually get there. Would that pay off some of the debt you have? Would that allow you to travel more? Would that let you quit your job sooner? Would that let you help your family? Just see how it would really affect your life. Blake, would a lot of the profit go back into the next inventory order? I mean, for the first order, that's what I'm saying. When I started my shark party kit or whatever, I was selling at $20. I was barely breaking even. The point is to just rank it up. And as sales start compounding, then we increase the price. And then, yes, the first order or two, you're kind of just putting most of the money back into next inventory orders, but it's fun. It's satisfying. You're like, oh my God, I created something that random people are actually buying on the internet. And I'm out at the gym, I'm at my work, I'm out on a dinner date, whatever it is. And you literally are seeing your phone and you're making sales while this is happening. So it's fun. And even if you're not rolling in the dough just yet, that time will come as your first 1 or 2 reorders happen. After those, then your price should be at a higher price. You're making more profit. I mean, with my party kit, I bought 500 units this is after multiple reorders. I started with 100 units. 500 units cost me $4,500 basically. So it was $9.50 pretty much. Selling for 60. And let's see, on the profit of 500 orders, I make 15,000 in profit. And that means I get my original 4,500 back. So I put 4,500 in, I get 20K back. 15 of that is pure profit. So you can see ordering another 500 units is only $5,000. And then basically I have 10K extra in pure profit that didn't even go towards buying another product. So let me continue on here. I'll get to more of your questions. Thank you guys for being so active in the chat. That's what we're talking about. How do you actually make a bundle? So on Amazon, there's frequently bought together sections. You can look below a listing, like halfway down on the page, it will say customers who bought this also bought this. And you literally see like something that looks like this. Oh, if you're doing a security camera, you might need a memory card. So ask the supplier to include the memory card with it. And then my biggest thing is always just having the memory card in the main image, really nice and there so the customer can see, okay, this light bulb comes with that extra item that I need to buy. Where all your other competitors just show the security camera, yours is instantly going to stand out showing that bundled item with it. And you can even ask ChatGPT, like that was there, like, I'm selling this. What are 50 other bundle items I can use? Start asking your supplier, what are items you guys carry that you think would be good for bundling this? You know, your suppliers are really good sources of information. They have been selling, they sell the product, they manufacture the product, they know it inside and out, they know the market. Also read customer negative reviews and questions. You can see how to increase your product, or maybe they say, I wish it had this with it. It just helps you with your bundles and gives you more data. But the good news is you don't even have to read their negative reviews anymore. Just use the chat bot with AMZScout, and it will literally tell you all of what the negative reviews are saying, what the positive ones are saying, what could be added as a bundle. Just use the AI chatbot, and it's literally better than ChatGPT because it's integrated into Amazon. So AMZScout is the only software that actually has a chatbot. I've worked with many softwares over the years, and I'm really happy that they just introduced that. They just told me about that. So, and yes, that question for you, I think Blake asked it. Yes, you can work with more than one supplier to make your bundle, but you can also, what I like to do is have one supplier who's selling like my light therapy mask or whatever. They have a face roller that I bundled with it. So they already had the other beauty product that I just threw in there pretty simply. Cost of Amazon, inventory cost, buy 100 to 200 units, maybe of a $10 or $20 product. So you can start with I start with $1,000. You buy 100 units of a $10 item. Maybe you sell the item for $30 or $40. This is kind of an outlier, but my $9 party kit, I'm selling for $60. So, you can still find items that you get for $10 that you can easily sell for $30 or $40, maybe $50 or $60 was pretty insane. But it just somehow worked for me on that one. Your Amazon seller account is $40 a month. That only starts, you can set your account up and it's not going to charge you any money. Actually, it only charges you the $40 a month once inventory actually gets into the warehouses. And once your product is up, then it starts charging you. So you'll see on your payment log, they'll say, oh, we've took 40 out of your account, but then there's a seller repayment. So they actually give you the money back when you're first starting until you get units in, which is great. Amazon storage warehouse cost. I just was on a call last night with a student selling a big product like this big. And he has, I think, 100 units in it. And it's probably like a 10-pound item. His storage was $23 for the month. Incredible. It was crazy. And then I told you the referral fee is 15% of the item selling price plus the Amazon fulfillment fee. And these are all costs we factor in before we order the product to make sure we're getting at least that, $30 profit per sale. Boom, shakalaka. So here we go. Use Alibaba Lens to find suppliers. This is what I was saying in the beginning. We're going to find amazing suppliers instantly with AI and stuff. So Alibaba Lens is like an AI tool that can scan any product, not even just on Amazon. It can scan products anywhere. Let's see. Yeah, you can scan products anywhere on the internet and it will instantly find you the supplier that's selling it. And you can see the cost difference of how cheap you can get it for versus what it's selling for or whatever online. Just such an amazing tool. So let's see here. Look at this. Here's just a cutout for you here. I was looking at these. These are amazing product. I didn't have any of my students or myself do this. Figured it was a little seasonal, but literally I did a demo here with the Alibaba Lens tool, screenshotted this heated cat house. So we're coming up into winter months. This could be a really good product to look into. Look at how much they're selling for. It's kind of small. They're about like $13 to $18, $20. And you can see that one's $153. The one next to it is $66. So it was $70. It's on a discount for now, but even if you're getting your item for $15, selling it for $66 and you're making 300 sales in a month, you're definitely making profit. And they're not even bundling. See how the image on the left looks just like the product on the right? It's literally like the same thing. And you can easily do so many other bundles with it. You can put a little hidden camera in there to watch your cat in there or something. These cameras cost like $2 or $3. There's so many ways you can stand out and bundle. Negotiation time. How do we get the best price? Message 10 to 15 suppliers. Build a real relationship with them. I'm talking to these suppliers sometimes getting they're like, oh, I'm having my wedding soon, and I'm sending them pictures of me like at the skate park. Like, I'm 33 years old now, and I still skate because I just carved out the freedom to allow me to still enjoy my hobbies. And if that's what I want to do, I'm going to do it. So you guys can do whatever you want to do with your time and free time. But I like to share what I'm doing sometimes with my suppliers, because they literally, it builds that relationship. The more time you spend back and forth talking with them, the more they want to give you a better price. I even say, look, no one's bundling on Amazon with this product. If you give me a lower price and include this bundled item in with the item, with the main product, we're going to crush it together. And then they want to work extra hard to like make sure they can get your bundle together, and they want to give you a lower price. So you work with them and you don't go to another supplier to make that awesome offer, because they know with the bundle, like, it's probably going to do well and you're going to keep coming back and ordering more and more from them. Leveraging quotes between suppliers. I showed you on Alibaba Lens. One guy's got it for 20. The next guy is $79. Just take a screenshot of this guy saying, oh, it's 20. Show it to the other guy, and they're going to say, oh yeah, you got us. The product really cost us to manufacture it like $10. And yeah, we'll give it to you for 20. That's fine. So it's just all about working with the suppliers. How do I brainstorm what to include with the bundles? I said you can use ChatGPT, and that literally will give you hundreds of different bundle ideas right off the bat. Like, I'm selling this product. What is a good bundle item to do? You can look on YouTube. You can look at the reviews, questions. People will say, oh, on YouTube, I wish it came with this, whatever. Skate or die. Yes, sir, brother. I can still, I'm 33. I can still tray flip a 3-flat 3 stair set for any skateboarders out there. Can do 360 inward heels too. That's pretty crazy. But anyways, ask about high minimum order quantity pricing. So sometimes they'll say, look, we'll give you a low price if you order more units. I say, I need a test order within Amazon, because Amazon's really strict, right? Like, what if they shut the listing down? That's not really going to happen. We do all the checks and balances before we get the product in. We create a listing before we ever order products. So it gives us time to see if Amazon's going to say, send us this document, send us this paperwork for the product, whatever. So we're not risking anything there. These are, again, things I've learned over the years, which I would be glad to teach you guys. But you say, look, supplier, I can only order 100 units now. I just want to test it out. After that, I can order a bunch more from you. But can you honor that high order quantity price for just these 100 units, since we're going to be working together for a long term? And oftentimes they just say yes. All right. Let's see. So top 3 mistakes beginners make and how to avoid them. Ordering too much inventory. My experience, unfortunately, it was a $2 item, but I ordered 500 units. This was like my second product ever. And I literally ordered so many units, and I wasn't flexible. Everyone started dropping their price. This is before I knew what bundling was. I had the same product as everybody else. Everyone was selling at $20. And by the time my product was in there and it was, more competitors came, they saw this opportunity. It was garden gloves with claws. Cool garden gloves, but they had digger claws on the end of them. It was only $2, $1 for the product, $1 for shipping. And by the time I got it in there and was making some sales, people were starting to sell it at $6.99. And I realized, oh my God, I'm stuck with these units. I shipped some home and actually sold them off at a garden shop, and they bought them from me, and I made all my money back with still some profit. So I was resourceful. I wasn't complaining and being a victim and Amazon sucks. And no, you can always find a way to win if you just don't give up. So that happened. And I just realized if I just bundled a little hand shovel or a little hand rake with the garden gloves, I could have kept selling at $20 all day and had the listing that stood out. It's really that simple. A lot of people just don't check their profit margins and the Amazon fees. They don't use something like AMZScout, and they get a product in that costs them $15, and they're like, yeah, look, it's cheaper than everyone on Amazon. Everyone's selling at $30. Okay. Well, after your Amazon fees and some advertising spend, you're making $5 profit per sale. That's not that great. You have to sell a ton of units to make any kind of money. Whereas when you sell a higher profit margin product, like my light therapy mask, I'm aiming to make $100 profit per sale. So I sell 5 units a day. I make $500 in profit with only 5 sales. So you can see how, there's a trick to this game. Okay. Not treating Amazon like a real business. Some people get in and they get bogged down with all the information online and they start, just letting it go. You have to actually be obsessed, you have to think and future pace where your life will be if you actually do this. And that's why I wanted to really ask. I didn't get too many answers, but like, why did you guys really join this webinar? Just to make some extra money, or like, what is the real why to do this? For me, I had a burning why, which is why I was so passionate and crazed about this, because it was like, get a career and be totally locked away for the basically 40 years of my life, like what happened to my dad and all like what society told me I needed to do? Or can I branch out? And all these 18-year-olds are driving Lamborghinis and stuff you see on YouTube and TikTok, and some of them are obviously fake flexing or whatever, but there is truth behind that stuff too. Like, you can make money online. Amazon is a vehicle for you to do something to break out into that. So you have to treat Amazon like a real business, but just future pace. Like, what will that freedom look like for you? I mean, where do you think you'll be a year from now? And then at the same time, like, where do you think the consequences will be if you don't do this? If nothing changes, what will a year look like from now? Inflation just keeps rising. Your wages are staying the same. You really have to think, what's the upside? What's the downside? If you keep staying the same, where's life going to be? Versus if you just take a leap and actually take a bet on yourself, you don't even have to invest too much money. Like I said, I had like $1,000 or something I started with. So it's not too crazy. But you just got to ask, like, how many more years are you willing to wait to actually make that change? So that's kind of it. And I want to then skate every day, of course. Yes, sir. It's sunny here in Seattle. I'm home for summer, and the freedom I've been able to skateboard and do my hobbies around the whole world, skating in South Africa, in Brazil, Colombia, Peru. I have a giant suitcase where I can fit my board in it, so I'm never struggling to get it on an airplane. And I've got to skate in the craziest places. And this is just what it comes down to. Like, those who are not courageous enough to take risks will never accomplish anything in life. And actually, it is kind of, Blake and I are talking here in the background about skateboarding, but skateboarding is something where you have to kind of, it taught me a lot. You fall, you get back up. You fall, you get back up. Certain things can help you with that, like going to the gym, being consistent, but that's what translated over into business. I got hit with a couple things in the beginning with Amazon, and, oh, you need to show us this or that, or overcome these obstacles. Skateboarding taught me, if I just keep at it, sooner or later, my muscle memory will be there and I will be able to land the trick over and over again. And you just can't be afraid. Today, you guys weren't afraid. You at least stuck with a webinar for me for an hour and 20 minutes. Thank you guys so much. And now here's where I want to be able to, like, actually help change your lives and make an impact, because right now the world is changing. I mean, AI is changing jobs. Companies are cutting costs. Inflation is making normal life more expensive. And a lot of people are realizing that depending on one paycheck is not real security anymore. It's really not. And this is why I care so much about Amazon. Not because Amazon is magic, but let's see, my grandma's calling me over here. Hold on, Grammy. Hold on. But yeah, I mean, Amazon is not magic. Oh, she's still blowing me up. Sorry about that. Not because you can just, I mean, Amazon's not a place where you can just press a button and instantly get rich, but Amazon gives normal people access to something powerful. You can find a real product people already want. You can source it. We can use Alibaba Lens, and you can put it in front of millions of customers. You don't need millions of customers. You just need a piece of that pie. I showed you with AMZScout, if everyone on the first page is making over 10K a month or whatever, and a lot of those guys were doing hundreds of thousands a month. I mean, if you can just get a piece of that pie, and if you bundle and step yourself apart with, you can easily see what people are doing. You see your direct competition right there. If you can easily just find a way to stand out from that, put it there, you should be able to get a piece of that pie. And that should start setting you up to make some serious money. You can build that asset, and it's not fully dependent on your boss or your company or the economy giving you permission. And for a lot of people, one good product can change the entire direction of their life. Maybe it pays off your debt. Maybe it gets you an extra $3,000 a month. Maybe it becomes $5,000 a month, $10,000, $30,000. But I mean, the biggest thing it gives you is options. You can start another product, and that becomes another income stream for you. So the question is not really, does Amazon work? The question is, are you going to keep watching from the sidelines, or are you going to learn how to do this correctly before you lose another year? So that's why I'm giving you guys this opportunity in conjunction with AMZScout, and giving you guys a couple little action steps. So like I said, I've been doing this. I have like 700 YouTube videos. I mean, I've taught people for years how to do this. And I mean, are you guys ready to start making some Wi-Fi money? This is it. Jenny's saying, I keep hoping everyone will change their minds about AI, but I believe in that less and less. I mean, there's no way, unfortunately, Jenny, that AI is going to I don't know which way you mean, change their mind, but AI is not going to go away. All these big companies are building data centers. We're moving into a very interesting world, guys. And I don't want to get all doom and gloom, but it's you want to set yourself up to be free. You want to be flexible. They're building all these data centers. It's AI is here to stay. It's only a matter of time before McDonald's is literally having robots friggin' serving people and stuff. So we know that's inevitable, and we have time to get ahead of it, and we have time to use AI before a lot of these sellers don't even, they're not enhancing their images with AI. They're not even using it. So we can use AI to help us at the early stage when it's just coming out and a lot of people still don't even know what it is yet. We can use it to help us make a lot of money and get our products to the first page and succeed with a real business, not trading stocks and hoping things go your way. Like with Amazon, you have full control over this. So again, are you ready to make Wi-Fi money? Let's go. So I'm going to show you what I offer, but I'm going to show you at the end what AMZScout is doing in conjunction with me. And we're giving away the craziest deal ever, because I do my coaching calls. I don't even want to do these calls anymore. And I used to be at $100 an hour, and then it was $199, and then it was $250. Now I literally charge $500 for a coaching call. It sounds ridiculous, but when you start making a good amount of money, enough to where you don't want to spend your time doing all this all the time, you can start charging whatever you want. And even 1 hour of me on a call telling someone an exact product to do and giving them the product pick and giving them the roadmap within an hour is, would you say that's worth $500? I've had many people pay for it, and they take my advice, they do the product, and it becomes successful. So a lot of people got a lot more back than just $500 from a 1 hour call, but we're hooking up a lot more than that for you guys now. AMZScout normally has a 3-month bundle for $169, which is actually very low cost because other competitors, like it's normally $100 a month for the base service, 100 a month. So that would be, this is like half price of that. And this is just their standard offer. This isn't even us throwing everything together for you guys. We already talked about the AI chatbot, getting real-time AI support for product research, ideas of categories, keyword discovery, creating high converting Amazon affiliate content and videos. So it can help you with your product, reaching out to influencers. Yes, the chatbot is included, everything. So you, with the AMZScout, you get the web app to help you find the products. You get the chatbot, and you get the very important Chrome extension, which you press the button when you're looking at all the competition, and it shows you all the data for all the competition. And I have videos specifically how to use these. I have like full length videos that goes a lot more in depth, how to use the profit calculator. You put in the cost of your product. It'll show you the Amazon fees. You put in what you want to sell it at, and it calculates everything for you here. So you get, I didn't even press on inside the Chrome extension. There's like a trending product search. So it'll just show you trending searches and trending products. There's like so much in that tool, but I literally could have sat here for like 5 hours. I haven't even had breakfast this morning yet. Okay. It's, we're grinding here, but this is how hyped I am for this. So the AI Pro extension, AI niche analysis, AI product insights, the product improvements, which is huge. So this is all, again, inside that chatbot, and the extension itself. You can actually run the AI Power Bot, and it will basically list niche scores and product scores without you having to like dissect all the data. It will kind of just give you a score. So in that lower left corner, you can see, okay, this is an overall score 7 out of 10. It shows you if it's got a high profit margin, desired prices, very high sales, niche is quite old. So it gives like a thumbs up or thumbs down to all the different important things about the product. So it gives you a good analysis of an overall market. Way more helpful features in there: monthly sales, profit calculator, listing quality analysis, bestseller rank history to see how the product sells all year round. So you can tell right off the bat if it's seasonal or not. Everything that you need is inside of this software. So AMZScout product database, over 600 million products are in there, and that's where we put in the filters. We want it between $79 and $250, making over $10,000 a month. Maximum 300 reviews in these categories. Already covered that in depth. And then I didn't even show you the keyword research, but after you have your product, then you need to find which keywords are getting the highest search volume. So you can put in, like they put in cutting board here. It says maple cutting board is getting 49,000 searches a month. Plastic cutting board getting 6,000 searches a month. So look at that. We'd probably want to go sell a maple cutting board, and maybe there's a bamboo cutting board, seeing which keyword and which type of product in a broader market is getting the most searches. And that'll point us in the right direction and give us keywords of what we want to put in our listing. Maybe we didn't think of a certain type of keyword. We want to put, for my light therapy mask, I didn't know the word photon mask was a good keyword. And it actually is. It's light. Photon is another word for light. People be searching that up too. So you can see keyword trend, the search volume, average sales coming from these keywords. It just goes on. And then you can even look up your competitors. So we put in a competitor ASIN, their product identifier on Amazon, and you can see all the keywords that they're showing up for. So I take my top competitor, put them in there, and then I can see all the keywords that they're ranking for. And then I want to make sure that my keywords in my listing, that I'm covering all the bases and having all their best keywords, because those are the ones that are leading to the most sales. The keyword tracker shows you basically how your keywords are doing over time. If you're getting, it'll show you which position your product is at. So you start a new product, your product's way back in the pages. After you make a few sales under certain keywords, it'll say, now your product is on page 2 in position number 15 or something. So it shows you where your keywords are going, and there's a chart and graph that shows, oh, your keywords are going closer and closer to the first page, stuff like that. So AMZScout is also throwing in a few bonuses that are valued at nearly $200 each. So with the bundle we're throwing and helping you guys out getting started today, they're giving you 2 trending product ideas right off the bat. And they're also giving you a kind of a booklet and an ebook on how to appear on the first page of Amazon search results. I explain this in depth as well, but they are giving you another little quick read on kind of how to do that. So this is offer 1. We have 2 offers. The offer number 1 is just a 1-hour coaching call with me, valued at $500, and you get a 3-month bundle with AMZScout, priced at $169, and then you're getting those 2 bonuses at nearly $200 each, totaling at about $1,057. So you get one-on-one time with me to help dissect any questions, help push you in a good product direction. Even though AMZScout is giving you a couple really good product ideas out the gate, I'll even just kind of help you push in the right direction on what to bundle with those or whatever. We can do all that on the first coaching call. But we have another bundle for you here. This one, honestly, today, this is the first offer. You're getting nearly over $1,000 worth of value for $297. And I mean, we made it even easier so that you can actually split this into 4 payments at once. So AMZScout just dropped that in the chat. I mean, you're getting 3 months of their product research software. If you go to any of the other top competitors, just look it up. They're $97 a month. So for 3 months, you're already paying $300 for just a product research software for any of the other competitors. Here you're getting one-on-one call with me, 3 months to the full suite of Amazon AMZScout's bundle, product ideas, and how to rank to the first page. So thank you. Jenny says she needs it, but wait before you buy because there is a better offer. Okay, this is offer number 1. Let me show you. So I have different courses and packages. My base course is normally $1,000. Okay. This has every step starting your business. I talk about my business bank account, how to do everything from beginning to end, marketing, advertising, launching, how I built my own Instagram, things you don't even, for my brand, you don't have to do that, but I have every little detail that I've ever came out with in this step-by-step video course that I've created from start to finish. Made many updates to it. It's very professionally done. So there's that. I do have, for much more money, about 10 times this amount, I will find the product for you. This isn't even part of this offer, but it's like a done for you type of service. It's a lot more expensive, but it's me talking to the suppliers, creating your listings, doing the photos, finding the product, doing everything. But for this offer, we're including my actual course. This is everything, 6 modules. You can see introduction, mindset, Amazon FBA business setup, everything about product research, shipping and suppliers, product listing creation, marketing and advertising. So there's 6 modules. Each of them is really, really in depth. I'll leave it at that. You also get access to the private Facebook community. That's normally a $500 value. We also have another kind of community as well for just basically not just my students, but this is just for all my friends, other Amazon sellers that are in there that have access to just a lot more knowledge, and they're kind of dropping gems in there as well. So a couple Facebook groups, and then the one-on-one monthly mentorship. So I give you actually a full month. This is where you and I basically can communicate over email. I can give you my personal phone number. You can literally ask me questions for a full month. Is my course only for launching sales on Amazon USA? Actually, in the beginning of the business setup, I show you how you can sell in any other country. Because I've traveled to many countries. I have a lot of friends. I have friends in Thailand. They want to sell in the US marketplace and make US dollars that they can spend in Thailand and actually really change their life. With even a couple $1,000s would literally change these people's lives. They could make that in a month. So I show you how to set up. I mean, you can set up if you live in a different country, most of the European countries, first world countries, Australia, stuff like that, you can easily sell in the US marketplace. If you live in like a Thailand, you have to set up a Payoneer account or a TransferWise account. Wow, it says we've received over 100 messages today. It's just a random thing that came up. That's what I'm talking about. But basically, you can set up an account that gives you a US bank account and routing number, and you can plug those into your Amazon account, use your Thai ID or whatever, and actually be able to sell as a Thai citizen in the US marketplace, stuff like that. So continuing on, 1 month mentorship, one-on-one, even after a month's time period. If you ask me a question like 3 months later, I'm not just going to deny you. I'm not that kind of guy. You can see I'm talking till my throat is almost given out because I'm just so hyped on this. But I'm willing to help you guys out. Let's just put it like that. You guys are in this live webinar. I don't hardly even do these things that much. So this is a really good opportunity for you guys to kind of take advantage. We're giving you 1 hour coaching calls. So this one comes with the second offer that we're doing, a 1 hour coaching call, even more one-on-one time with me there, plus the 1 month of mentorship. Basically, this is just the bundle itself, the Facebook communities, the course, mentorship for a month, and the one-on-one call. That's like a $5,000 value. Like I said, my done for you, for me to build a product for you, literally I charge $10,000 for that. So I'm not trying to push you guys in that direction. We're trying to give you the best deal possible right now. So that's not even to mention, that's my side of things. Then you got AMZScout giving you 12 months of their product research software plus 3 months free. This is 15 months of their software, not just 3 months like was in the first offer. This is a $400 value, which is still a screaming deal. That's going to come with the AI chatbot, the Chrome extension, the product database, everything. And instead of just 2 booming product ideas from a report they gathered here in just 2026, it's a $549 value. They are including that 5 booming products. And also they're giving you that How to Appear in Page 1 ebook valued at $200. They're giving you a supplier success kit, communication connections, hacks, and perks, a set of comprehensive guides for cultivating optimal relationships with suppliers, $300 value there, and a list of over 100 private label suppliers in the US and Europe. So with Alibaba has suppliers all over the world. Sometimes US people and European suppliers will put their website on Alibaba, since Alibaba is just a marketplace for suppliers to put their company up. And Alibaba, I trust them. I've never had an issue with them. They have a trade assurance policy where anytime you buy their product from them, you have like a 45-day guarantee when the product arrives. If the supplier ships you items that are all broken or something, you can easily take pictures of that and Alibaba will give you your money back. So they have a trade assurance program with Alibaba. I've always trusted them. They have verified supplier badges, which I show you in the course how to actually find the best possible supplier in a lot more detail to make sure they're a gold supplier. They have a verified badge, which means a third party has came in and made sure all the manufacturing practices and equipment is up to spec. So that's really good that AMZScout, I'm going to ask them for that too. AMZScout, if you're listening, can you send me that 100 private label supplier note or whatever that is, that list? Because I want to start finding US suppliers as well. Usually US suppliers have less customization potential and they charge more, but you're paying less on the shipping, I guess, since it's shipping within the US. and potentially higher quality. And you can say made in USA on your product and stuff. So still a really good thing to look at. Scott says 15 months. That's awesome. In that time, I'll definitely learn everything and become a pro at product research. Yeah, I mean, the AMZScout's good for product research, but there's a lot more that comes after just finding the product. It's the keywords, it's creating your listing. Maybe at some point, AMZScout, if you're listening, you guys can look into having a image generation tool built into your software. Then it would be fully unstoppable. Like I'm still using ChatGPT for my images and stuff, but either way, it's getting easier and easier. Tons of great reviews. Very good tool. It's more accurate compared with other popular tools. And the best part is that the Pro extension works on my Amazon page. And AMZScout will work in different marketplaces. You can choose, do you want the US marketplace, Canada, Spain? You can just toggle on and off. And once you have your Amazon account, you can toggle to different countries as well. You can say, I'm in the US, I'm in Spain now. And you can have your supplier shipped to your Spanish Amazon fulfillment center. And if you're in Spain, you can kind of max out how good your listing is with terms that Spanish people will use. So yeah, it's all, and then AMZScout can help you find numbers for the Spanish marketplaces for products there too. Maybe competitive products in the US are not competitive in Spain, and you can get ahead of the curve since Amazon is newer in these other countries. So with the AMZScout and my Amazon Seller Pro bundle with everything, this is totaling about $7,000. And still, that's less than my done for you offer that I charge for me to do everything for you. But this is, you're getting the course, the Facebook groups, the one-on-one monthly mentorship, coaching call with me, 15 months of AMZScout software, 5 booming product ideas, how to appear in page 1, and the supplier success kit, and a list of over 100 local US and European suppliers. So this is huge. And I mean, for today, the $7,000 offer goes down to $1,000. So we drop the link there, and you can scan the QR code here. I think if I go to one of the next slides, it'll show us both of the options. For $300, you can get 1 coaching call with me, but you're not getting the course. There's a lot of really good information in the course, and you won't have the 1-month mentorship, and you only get 3 months of the product research software versus 15 months, the full course, a lot more hands-on mentorship. I'll tell you right now, they're giving you 5 booming product ideas. When you and I have our call, I will literally, if one of those 5 booming ideas doesn't tickle your fancy, I'll literally just give you some of my best products that I have found in the most recent short term as well. I have lists. I have a team of 8 employees that do a lot of the done for you work for me, for my other students. But, you know, we make big lists of really good products, and I can just tell you a good product and say, start messaging these suppliers. I've already checked profit margins. I'll show you how that works. But yeah, for $1,000, you're getting the opportunity to, you know, get off the sidelines and not spend another year thinking what could have been, you know, putting yourself in the situation. So putting yourself in the situation where you are actually succeeding. Like, the person that takes advantage of this today is the person that would be successful in the future. You know, that's just how it's going to come. How many calls? I mean, they said 1-hour call. Honestly, if you guys sign up, I'll give you 2, because in my course, I'll have to have AMZScout change this. Let's change it to 2 calls. 2 1-hour calls. Okay, that's hooking it up big time. Because with my original $997 course, I don't know if I lowered it to 1 call or 2, but I know in the past I did 2 calls for the 1,000 course. But during your monthly mentorship, it's not like I'm going to jump on and anytime you want like an hour-long call, we're going to be doing that. You're getting dedicated. It shows 1 call here, but I'll do 2 calls, dedicated calls with you. And then the 1-month mentorship is more so like, here's my phone number, or here's my email, whatever. Ask me questions back and forth. If you need to jump on and like are dying to ask me a question live on the phone or whatever, like here's my phone number, call me, we'll talk for 10, 15 minutes. You know me, I'll probably end up talking for 30 or something, helping you out as much as I can. But the 1 month mentorship is more so like a text. I can text you. It's actually me texting and stuff like that. So Theo says this is a great deal. Yeah, and like I said, it's not, does Amazon work? We already know it works. We see the numbers. We can dive into it with AMZScout, and it's just about, you know, the real question is, you know, does Amazon work? No, it's not that. It's the real question is, are you going to keep watching from the sidelines, or are you going to learn how to do this correctly before you lose out on another year? But Theo says, is your course only for launching on the Amazon USA? No, I said already in the first module of the course, it says how to sell in international marketplaces. And I say what's required if you want to sell in any of these other marketplaces. But even if you live in any country, I would recommend selling on the US marketplace because there is the most volume of sales happening there and the most action. You know, in Spain, you guys, they might have Amazon there and stuff, but not that many people are using it. But you can still use AMZScout with the Spanish country flag on the app. So it will then show you how many sales a month these products are making in Spain. And you can see, hey, if the concept is the same. If everyone's making high revenue across the first page, over 10,000 a month, everyone has relatively low reviews across that first page, that's a good market. Then we look at the profit margin. Then we look at bundling. Then we create our listing. And then we ship the product in, and then we launch the product. All those steps are broken down in the course. And yes, Theo, the course is lifetime access. It's not time limited. I've updated it. I made the course long ago, but I just remade the course. Let me see. So this is basically the course landing page and stuff like that. So who I am, blah, blah, blah. So we have the curriculum of the course here, and you can just kind of see like, welcome to Amazon Seller Pro. Like I just updated these videos, I guess muted. So this is like, I just filmed this one when I was in Thailand a few months ago in February, staying in this crazy, amazing villa and stuff like that. But let's see here. I think I even show what international sellers need to know and the requirements. So we have videos for anyone around the world right there. I'm breaking down the modules, what you're going to get, product research, and here's how we do this and that. And then it just goes on and on, like telling you everything, profit and loss, bookkeeping, how I'm keeping track of my sales, you know, treating this like a real business, setting your account up, number one, product research technique, all this stuff is in there. So that should, oh, I'm not even, my bad guys, I'm not even sharing my screen. So sorry, I had this video up because I was actually in the course itself. I'm like showing you in this introduction, you know, welcome to the Amazon Seller Pro course. And then I have videos here, like what international sellers need to know, how to name your business, LLC, business bank account, and my credit card rewards. So yeah, basically going super in depth. And then this is kind of like the homepage to it. So showing you all the videos, what's in there. Have a couple free previews on them, but these are just like becoming an Amazon Seller Pro, quick start guide. But the real bulk of the course is like in here. And I have options that are even more expensive than the 10K, where I like build 3 products done for you. But, you know, I've dealt with a lot of different clients over the years, and some people have, you know, serious money, but they want to invest in stable reoccurring income for products. You know, maybe they've made a lot in the stock market and they want to diversify their income streams and have physical products. something that will never go out of style. I mean, if you're selling a physical product, people are always going to have that. AI is not going to take away your job or something of being able to sell products. People are always buying products. So both of the offers are right here, guys. Really thankful for all of you attending. Go ahead, and we even broke it up into 4 payments if you want to play with Klarna, I guess. So you can start the main course, which I would recommend, option number 2 for the full AMZScout bundle and my lifetime Seller Pro Amazon program for $1,000. You can get it started for one of those 4 payments for $250. So I would definitely urge you guys to do that. And this is it. I think we have a couple more slides in here or something. So it's kind of showing you how these are interest-free payments of $249 from Klarna, which is great. I just paid off my BMW M2 competition car because I thought it was good to make payments on a car loan or something to boost my credit score, but my credit score is already really good. And I realized in just 15 months, I had already spent like $3,000 in interest. So I literally got a cashier's check from my bank, took it to the other bank that owned the loan for the car, and just paid that thing off. And that's another thing Amazon can do for you guys. Once you start making more money, it's like you can get yourself out of debt. Just imagine what the extra $3,000 or $5,000 can do for you. Would it be worth spending $1,000 to learn this high income earning skill to set yourself up for the next 10, 20, whatever, how many years? Is it worth that $1,000 to you? And that's it. And we're also doing a 10-day refund guarantee. So you can get in the course, you can do whatever you want. If you don't like it, whatever, I'm pretty sure you're going to like it. But within 10 days, you can ask AMZScout for a refund or something. So actually, there's zero risk to doing this. And then Scott's saying, which one is better? Definitely go with option number 2, guys. Option number 1, you're not getting the full course. So you get 1 hour of calls with me and the product research software bundle for 3 months. 15 months is way better. That would be $1,500 if you want to buy it alone from any other competing product research softwares. All the other softwares are $100 a month normally. AMZScout is throwing in like an insane offer here. So you're going to need the tool for more than 3 months. Maybe in the first 3 months you find your product, but you're going to need the research software when it comes to launching the product, finding your keywords, all of that stuff when it comes to creating your listing and stuff. So the 15-month is absolutely the best. And the 3-month offer number 1 for $300, like you're going to have to still like dive into YouTube and be randomly watching videos. And if you don't know what to look for, you're not even going to know what videos to search. Maybe you didn't know about, creating bundles, or you didn't know about these other 2-step URLs, how to rank to the first page and having someone do a search, find, buy. Like if you don't know what to look for, you're not even going to know what to search in to watch these videos, because the first offer only comes with a 1 hour call from me versus offer number 2, you're getting the full course, which is going to answer any question. It defeats you having to ever watch another YouTube video again, because I've made 800 YouTube videos myself. I've watched many other courses. I've watched every YouTube video there was at the time when I was studying this. And I've put everything into my one-stop shop course, just like my bundle, just like the Amazon product bundle for the Shark Party Kit. It's all about putting everything in. And I made the course in a way so I wanted to, in the beginning, I had questions coming in all the time. And from people, and I answered every question and put it into a video, basically. And so every question you might have is answered in the course videos. I remember when my girlfriend at the time and my dad was going through the course side by side, like with me, they were just watching it. it was funny when my dad was taking my course. It was a snowy day out, and I was like playing video games on the couch, and he was next to me on his work computer, and he was asking me questions while watching the course. And I just said, wait, don't even ask me that question. Just wait 10 more seconds in the video. And same when my ex-girlfriend basically was watching it. She was like, I have a question about this. And then I said, just wait. 10 seconds later, I answer their question. So that's how I frame the course, to answer every question you might have. And then on top of it, you get 15 months of the product research software, one-on-one mentorship with me for a month. And like I said, I'm very relaxed and lenient with that. And if you send me a text, I will get back to you and help you out 3 months, 5 months in the future, stuff like that. But yeah, so this is really what we have for you guys today. I hope you enjoy it. Take, what does it say? Follow the link in the presentation or use the QR code. Yeah, so we put links here in the chat. I really hope to see you guys get signed up so that we can continue talking and actually, make this the day that you guys take the leap. And actually, we're in a really good position because, Q4 coming up, holiday season's coming. I mean, this is going to be a bombshell. You have time to get your product launched and everything now. So by the time holidays are around, your product will absolutely crush it. And we're in an ideal time to get set up for that. So yeah, go ahead, guys. It's here. It's you here for the taking. Choose an offer. I don't even know if there's going to be a replay or anything for this, but you guys have an option right now live to get signed up. And the second you sign up, AMZScout's going to send me over your email that you used to sign up with us. And then I'm going to enroll you in the course. I'll enroll your email in the course. You'll get an email for access to the course. And then I would say start watching the course videos. Once you finish the course one time, then hit me up and let's get on our first coaching call together. And then you'll have some questions. Maybe you'll have a couple product ideas found by that point. And I can tell you, yes, these are great product ideas, or maybe you need a little more practice with product research at this point, and then give you the advice you need to continue making your first steps and get your first product launched. So yeah, I really appreciate your guys' time. If there's any other questions, let me know. Thank you for everyone attending. Theo, The Real Deal, Scott, we had Jenny, we had a lot of different people, Blake joining in with us here today. Scott, you guys, I hope you really do take advantage. I would say get the 1K course and just, write it off as a business expense. This is a deal I'm not running, ever because we're giving a lot of value away here. And this is really just coming out of my pure fulfillment in life, wanting to help and teach people. So that's why we're doing this. I mean, I'm splitting, obviously AMZScout's getting a cut of this. I'm getting a fraction of what this even is of this price. So it's really here just to straight up help you guys. And if you guys, once I make you successful, it becomes more testimonies and stuff for me to help out. And even when I give you other suppliers and you start working with my suppliers, I get better deals from my suppliers. When I send my students and stuff to different suppliers, they're like, oh yes, Luke, thank you for sending us another client. Now we can give you faster shipping times and stuff. So you guys signing up actually helps me out. Not obviously I make a little bit of money here, but it helps with actually my connections with my suppliers and actually running my own business. And it makes me obviously fulfilled when I get people messaging me and coming up to me in the gym after years of not seeing me and just being like, hey man, your videos inspired me. Like that's what I'm here for. So thank you guys so much, Scott. No, you're the best, brother. Jenny, very appreciative. Great webinar. Thank you. All right, guys, take a screenshot of this page if you want. I'm not sure how long this window is going to be open, but let's hope you guys get signed up and you got a 10-day money back refund or guarantee or something. So literally just sign up while we're here, get this opened on your phone, open it up at the window, lock it in. If you get cold feet, it's okay. You can pull out. Like, I hope you guys don't, because I know that this can set you up for a straight up win in your life and really change your life. So, just start today. Even if you're unsure, just pull the trigger. You got 10 days to think about it. So that's going to do it for me. I appreciate all of you, and I'm going to go ahead and sign out for now. And I look forward to speaking with you guys in the future. Take care.